What's going on, everybody? Welcome back inside the Janitor's Closet. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, Josh. Super Bowl morning here. We're about 6 hours away from kickoff, and we're hopping on here because we are calling an audible of our own here, Josh.
Sure.
I'll throw this one to you. Quick video today, but as I mentioned, calling a quick audible on our previous video for Super Bowl Sunday here.
Yeah, quick modification to our bets for tonight. Listen, it is, as far as units go, it's a sizable modification, but we're kind of staying with the same on the same side here. We're just going about betting this a little bit differently, what we think is going to be a better way of going about it. Just kind of happens when you got two guys who are a couple of guys like us just running a YouTube channel. Sometimes this stuff happens. But anyways, okay, so what we're doing is we were previously on Seattle -4.5 for 6 units. That is no longer a play. We've now removed that from our betting card. We had also Sam Darnold to win MVP for 2 units. We have bumped that up to a 6 unit play now. Okay, Sam Darnold for 6 units, no more side in this game. We of course still just to make sure everybody's on the same page, we still have our two prop bets, which is Travion Henderson under 18.5 rush yards for 1.5 units, and then any non-quarterback to attempt a pass or over 2.5 passers, depending on your sports book for 1 unit as well. The MVP thought, the reason why we're going this way, um, I started to think more and more about what the Patriots were going to try and do in this game to win this game. What was their path to success? Part of what came to my mind, Mike Vrabel, pardon me. He comes from this Bill Belichick way of coaching. This Bill Belichick, even though it's not directly the Bill Belichick coaching tree, but he comes from this way of life, this way of thinking, this way of coaching, which means to make your opponent play with their left hand. And Seattle Seahawks left hand is essentially not Jackson Smith and Jigba. I don't think, Bryce, as I told you, I don't think that JSN in this game goes for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's obviously going to be involved in this game. They're going to try and get him the ball. Clint Kubiak does a great job of scheming him open. But Mike Vrabel is not going to lose this football game because Jackson Smith and Jigba beat him. As a result, that takes away, in my opinion, Sam Darnold's biggest threat to winning MVP. We still think that Seattle Seahawks are going to win this football game. I still think that I still am on the side that I don't know how competitive this game is going to be. However, betting Sam Darnold, and I spoke about this on our Best Bet show, if you like Seattle's money line, and oftentimes you can do this in the Super Bowl. If you like a team on a money line, you don't want to lay the points, you don't want to take the points, but you like them on the money line, look at the MVP as far as the quarterback or the wide receiver and take that instead. We are now taking Sam Darnold. We effectively have Seattle Seahawks money line at plus money here. Also, the reason why we like MVP, in the last 25 years, only 2 non-quarterbacks or wide receivers have won MVP. Okay, I talked about that last show as well. Malcolm Smith, Von Miller were the 2 to do it. Otherwise, it's a quarterback or a wide receiver. Sam Darnold is obviously the quarterback on the team we think is going to win. JSN is the wide receiver on the team that we think is going to win, that would have the best chance of winning MVP. If JSN, once again, Mike Vrabel is not going to be able to sleep at night if JSN pops off in this game. So I genuinely do not think JSN is going to be the reason that Seattle wins this football game from a pure numbers standpoint. As a result, Sam Darnold is kind of the guy who you would point to win this. Also, unless Kenneth Walker III, kind of pops off in this game, which I don't see happening against this, solid Patriots run defense. Unless he plunges in for 3-4 scores, I don't see happening either. Also, if you take Jackson Smith and Jigba out of the picture, effectively, if you're the New England Patriots defense, that forces Sam Darnold to kind of distribute the ball a little bit more, kind of play a little bit more quarterback, point guard, if you would, distribute it to his weapons, which would only strengthen his case for the MVP. I like it. It was a thought that I had earlier in the week, but I went the other way, and now we're going back to my thinking here. And so, and listen, if the Darnold, as I told you, if the Darnold MVP doesn't hit, then in my opinion, that probably means that the Seattle Seahawks didn't win the game, which means we would have lost our -4.5 bet anyways on the side. So I think that this covers us better. I think it's a savvier play. I think it's the better route to go. I think it's a lower risk route to go. Overall, I think Seattle wins this football game, and as a result, I think Sam Darnold wins MVP. So we are going to put our chips in the middle on Sam Darnold MVP for 6 units.
6 units on Sam Darnold MVP. Seattle minus 4.5 off the betting card. We're still sticking with Travion Henderson's under rush yards, as well as over 2.5 players to throw a pass, non-quarterback to throw a pass as well. So still 8.5 units on our board here, Josh. Fruitful NFL Sunday, folks. We appreciate you staying patient with us, pivoting with us, and let's have a Super Bowl Sunday here. We appreciate you folks tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you folks next time. Take it easy.
Yeah.